Fun fact, did you know that many men find older women more attractive than younger women? It's true, and it's not just the weirdos. Yes, we live in a youth-obsessed society, and we all think that it's only the young gals that are getting all the attention. But research shows that men often appreciate the confidence, maturity, and emotional depth that comes with age. Embrace your smile lines. They also deeply appreciate a woman who is secure in herself and doesn't need to be combative against the masculine. If you're a woman over 40 seeking to feel more beautiful, confident, embodied, and connected to your true feminine essence, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the correct way to seduce a man. When I say man, if you are married, I mean your husband. Oh my goodness, if I take a guess, I would say he is so thirsty for your seductive powers. And by the end of this video, you're gonna have so many ideas and you're gonna feel more connected to your body and soul and so lit up and excited to turn on your soulful seductress energy. Soulful Seductress is what we're all about here. So before we dive into my tips, I want to define the terms. What do I mean by correct? As someone who is a natural rule breaker, when I hear correct, it almost makes me want to, what do you mean? Is there a correct way to be a woman? Is there a correct way to be attractive? No. I'm someone, and maybe you are too, that if you tell me women over 40 shouldn't wear red lipstick or push-up bras or try to be too sexy, I'm gonna be like, watch me. So I get it if you're like, correct? I'm not sure there is a correct way to seduce. So let me tell you what I mean by correct, because it's so important. By correct, I mean seduction techniques that are both effective, meaning they get the job done, they turn your partner on, and they bring you to a deeper and sexier level of intimacy and connection. And most importantly, you don't have to betray any part of yourself to become the seductress that you are made to be. They pull the man in, but they leave you whole. You want the pull and you want the whole. It was St. Augustine who said, we are all seduced and seducing. What I think he meant by that is that we live in a seductive world. From before we have critical thought, we are bombarded with messages, programming, and narrative and scripts that may or may not be aligned with our own soul. It's easy to be seduced by the masses or seduced by the dominant narrative of the day, but your truest seductive power comes from knowing who you are, your deepest desires, and your highest values as a woman. This flows into what I mean by correct. If you do feel any icky energy when you're playing with that seductive energy, it's most likely because you are leaving your body, leaving your authenticity and your feminine essence, and it's probably more of a performative femininity rather than a true, authentic, embodied femininity. If you're a woman who is interested in the wholeness aspect of your femininity, who wants to be the queen of seduction and also in complete integrity and congruence with herself, body, mind, heart, and soul, and if you want to become a master at seducing your husband or the man in your life, then this is the video for you. Drop what you've been told about what to wear, about what color. Yes, red is a seductive color, and you can wear red lipstick if you want to up the seduction factor, show a little shoulder, show a little skin. All of those are commonplace tips. But if we want to go deeper and not just simply rely on physical attractiveness or physical beauty, then here are some tips for you. And these tips are what many mature men actually find the most attractive and seductive. My husband and I have been married for 15 years, and like any married couple, we've had our ups and downs, but we love our date nights, and I love being in that playful feminine energy. So I know a little something about tapping into that seductive energy in a way that does not compromise my integrity or make me feel cheap or icky in any way. And these are some tips I want to pass on to you today. First tip, get really good at seducing yourself. Seduction is a feminine skill and craft. It's actually something you can become really good at. And most people don't realize this, but seduction is deeply connected to the feminine wisdom of delight. In another video, I would love to deep dive on this and the etymological connection between the words seduction and delight. But we're keeping it simple for this one. And let me just tell you, the most important key to becoming a master seducer is to be able to seduce yourself. You're going to be your toughest client as if you're a prostitute. You're not a prostitute. You're not. You're going to be your toughest lover. We'll say that, lover. So getting really good at seducing yourself means paying attention to what turns you on. You'll notice at the end of every single one of my videos, I always say, you can trust what lights you up. And being lit up is being turned on. Learning how to trust that, learning how to recognize the signs of when you are lit up, like your body's lit up, you feel that expansiveness, that space, your heart feels alive and on fire in a good way, your mind feels stimulated and intrigued and interested. Pay attention to these cues in your life and get really good at honoring them. Simple ways to cultivate this is to design into your day 5 minutes of doing something that absolutely delights you, that isn't for anybody else, but just for you. For me, it's karaoke singing. I have a little karaoke mic in my office, and if ever I need a quick pick-me-up and to get my creative, playful, feminine energies flowing, I put on one of my favorite karaoke YouTube videos and I will sing. Roller skate, paint, do cartwheels, whatever you want to do that's just for you, that lights you up and is body-based. This is really important, not just mentally lit up and stimulated, which is as someone who loves to read, who loves philosophy, who loves the esoteric, who loves deep wisdom. I can be totally lit up by books, but in this particular practice, I want you doing something that's body-based that lights you up. This will be the beginning of you becoming a master seducer of yourself, and that's what we all want to be. Tip number 2, I want you thinking of your body, sensuality. When you are engaging with your man, you're going to think eyes, mouth, hands, ears. By eyes, I want you to make eye contact. And they say if you want to create more intimacy and connection is to look into the left eyeball, because the left is the feminine side of the body. It's more connected to emotionality and vulnerability, and it connects to the right side of the brain, that hemisphere of creativity and relationship. So if you need something to focus on your partner's left eye. But don't make it a staring contest. Don't get all weird with it. If your eyes feel all glassy and intense, that's when you blink and look down at the lips. Marilyn Monroe used this technique and she was a master seductress. She would look at the eyes, she would look at the lips, she would look at the eyes, she would look at the lips, she would look at the eyes, she would look at the lips. You can practice that too. This also creates a nice little butterfly effect with your eyelashes. So the next move in our body-based seduction is our lips, our mouth. Play with slowing down your words and exaggerating the pronunciation of your words. See if you notice this. What this will do is it will bring more focus to your mouth. And there are studies that say that the most attractive part of a woman's body, from a heterosexual man's point of view, is her lips, her mouth. It's not just about the lipstick. It's about what you're doing with your lips. Next movement, your hands. When you're in conversation or just sitting side by side, use your hands. Reach up and playfully touch your partner's arm or shoulder. Or when you're driving in a car, place your hand on your lover's thigh. Or when you're at a restaurant, just tap his knee and smile. And the last body part for seduction we're talking about today is your ears. This may be the most seductive part of you, to really pay deep attention to your partner. One of the simplest ways to turn a man on is simply to listen to him, to show him respect. Our attention is our most valuable currency. When you give someone your undivided attention, you're communicating at a really deep level that you respect them, you honor them, you value them. We all want respect and we all deserve respect. And men really love to be shown respect. We can show respect with our attention. Another way to do this, if you're someone like me that loves to talk, that has lots of ideas and can tend to cut in and maybe cut off your partner in their flow, is to not speak until your partner completely finishes his thought. The way to make sure you are doing this is that I want you to be able to name the last letter of the last word that they say. Do not start your sentence until you've heard that last word and you can identify the last letter of that word. And if you want to make it a fun game for yourself, start your sentence with the last letter of your partner's last word. It will definitely help you to slow down and to not think of what you're going to say while they're speaking, because you can't know what you're going to say until you've heard that last word. Oh my goodness, we are already over time. I have so many more things to share with you on the art of seduction, soulful seduction, and seducing correctly. Seducing in a way that is both effective and integral, meaning it pulls in your partner and it also leaves you feeling whole. You want the pull and you want the whole. When you learn to seduce correctly, you get to have both those things. The last bonus tip is from my husband. Before filming this, I asked him, okay, what is the thing that I do that you find the most seductive? And I was surprised by what he said. He said, honestly, it was when you smile at me. So smile, ladies. Give that big, beautiful, goofy, big ass smile. Let down your guard and let yourself shine. Smile until your cheeks hurt. Smile with your heart, smile with your eyes, smile with your lips, smile with your whole being. Find something inside that really lights you up and then express it on your face to your man. So I'll leave it there for you. Please leave a comment below. Which one of these tips are you going to implement right away? And then what are your seduction tips? Let's be generous with each other and help a woman out. All right, so I'm giving myself a new challenge. For the next 30 days, I'm going to post a video daily called Vlog Advice. This is off the cuff, around 10 to 15 minutes, and it's just what I have on whatever the topic is for the day. These topics are coming from your questions, so leave your burning question in regards to feminine energy, manifestation, feminine embodiment in the comment section below, and maybe your question will be chosen for this vlog advice series. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm Morgan Day Cecil, your feminine embodiment coach and a new kind of manifestation guide. And remember, you can trust what lights you up. What lights you up turns you on, and that turn on is the essence of the soulful seductress in you. Grace and peace, and I'll see you back here real soon.